If I had a 9 to 5 job right now and wanted to become funded in this year, 2026, this is exactly what I would do. And I'm not just speaking theoretically, because just a few months ago I had to rebuild everything from level 0 working job myself. So I went from no funded accounts and no money to multiple funded accounts, multiple payouts in just a few months. So in this video I'm gonna show you the exact roadmap I would follow if I had a job right now and want to become funded in this year, 2026. Let's go into it. So boys, the first thing you need to have is a full-time job trading strategy, okay? You don't want to have a strategy which doesn't suit your working hours. You need to have a strategy that suits exactly your working hours. So as you know, we got three types of trading. We got scalping, we got day trading, and we got swing trading. So as I said, you need to pick a strategy which suits your working hours, which suits your job. So if you look at scalping, it got so many negatives, right? It requires constant screen time, high stress, you are making fast decisions. It is so easy to overtrade, hard to manage during work, impulsive decision making, and you are gonna miss multiple trades because it requires screen time. And let's say you are doing something in your job, so you are gonna miss setups. And eventually, I don't think scalping it's good, especially if you are working 9 to 5 job. Then we got day trading. Doesn't have that much negatives, not many negatives, but still got some. You need to monitor the chart like often. Requires flexible schedule. If you got flexible schedule, you can choose day trading, but if you don't, I wouldn't double with it. Stressful during work hours and you as well making impulsive decision making, which means you're gonna lose money long run. And lastly, we got swing trading. And swing trading, it got some negatives, but it got way more positives. So you don't have to look at chart almost all day. You just have to set alerts and that's it. And buy limits, sell limits, higher time frames, in my opinion, cleaner setup, less emotionless decision, can plan trades during work, before work, after work, you got time. Less overtrading, more patience, fits around every working schedule. I was working 16 hours a day and I was managing to pass multiple funded accounts and payouts. It works. And better psychology in general, right? You are not in a rush. You are not trying to make the money fast, or like you are not in a rush that you are gonna miss setups. So way better psychology when it comes to swing trading. So if you want to become funded in 2026 and you are working 9 to 5 job, I would choose swing trading, that's for sure. So I'm gonna right now, guys, show you my exact strategy, what I use to become funded and to become full-time trader. Right now we are at the chart, we are at the Euro USD chart. You can use this strategy on every single pair, it just works, right? So if I'm analyzing the chart, what I'm gonna be looking for at first is direction, is overall bias. Are we trending up, are we trending down, or are we trending sideways? Because market can only go up, only go sideways, or only go down. Nothing else. So as you can see in this example, we got Euro USD chart, and what I like to do, I like to mark out my swing lows and swing high. On H4 time frame, on daily time frame. I'm gonna be using H4 time frame in this example, but you got it. So if you look at this chart, you see that this is our swing low and this is our swing high. Why this is swing low? Because we were trending down right here, then we broke structure to the upside. This becomes swing low. This becomes swing high once we pull back at least 38.2% on Fibonacci, which happened right here. We pull back 61.8%. This right now becomes our swing high. That's the first thing. I know my direction, I know my swing low and swing high, which means I want to only look for buying opportunities on euro dollar. Keep in mind, we are swing trading, we are not scalping, we are not trying to catch some counter trend trades, we are trying to go with the main flow. Second thing, what I'm gonna be looking at is key levels, right? Key levels are previous market structure highs, previous market structure lows, or some levels from the past that I can draw, which can potentially help me to find my area of interest. So I can look on a daily, and on a daily, as you can see, we were ranging in this range for almost 5 months on euro dollar. So I'm gonna mark out this range high and let's make it yellow. And as you can see, every time price reached this level, it had a huge reaction to the opposite direction, and that's what we are going to be looking at. Whenever we are marking our key levels, we want to see the biggest reaction possible because right now, as you know, sellers held this level like 6 months, then buyers broke above, came back down, retested this level, and buyers pushed price higher. So that's what we want to see. That's a key level number 1 for us. So this is the key level number 1, and in this case, this is the key level I'm going to be looking at. And as well, this key level is not only key level from the past, it is also previous market structure high. Because whenever market is trending, market tends to retest previous market structure levels. Market tends to retest previous market structure levels. So that's key levels. Third thing what I'm going to be looking at is lower time frame structure shift. And for lower time frame structure shift, I'm going to be using H1, M30, and 15. Because as you know, we got 2 phases. We got push phase, we got pullback phase. So this whole thing right here is a push phase, and this whole thing right here is a pullback phase. And whenever price is pulling back, we are creating a downtrend on the lower time frames. Keep in mind, this is our swing low, this is our swing high. We still know the overall bias, but price was trending still up, still up, still up. Then price broke structure to the downside, and then price is trending down. So what I want to wait for is a lower time frame structure shift for me to be able to go with that main trend and take advantage of the main direction, right? What I need to wait for is basically lower time frame structure shift. So let's say market was trending down, and boom. As you can see, market broke structure. So now I got daily bullish, H4 bullish, H1 bullish. Basically every time frame is bullish, so my probability of winning a trade is way higher than losing a trade, right? So in this case, what I want to do as well, I want to draw my internal levels of structure for potential entry opportunities. So as I said, market was trending down and then broke structure. So this point right here becomes a previous market structure level. So I'm gonna mark it out. Why this strategy is so powerful whilst working a 9-to-5 job is basically this. Because once we got this closure right here and this break of structure was confirmed, what I'm gonna do and what I'm doing, that's how I trade, I'm placing my buy limit on the previous market structure level on the lower time frames, on the internal high. So I placed my limit right here, and stop loss is under the lowest low, and TP is swing high, right? So this is around 3 times our risk, and as you can see, price broke that level, started to range, and then came down, tapped this level, which is previous market structure high, and from that level went up. Okay, right now price is ranging. I'm in buys on EU, and yeah, that's basically it. So all you had to do, guys, is set buy limit on this level, and that's it. That's it. That's your job as a trader done. Like, you can work as you want in your job, yeah, right? You just put buy limit. In this case, you can put break even. You don't have to, but that's it. The next possible setup would be this. Cool. Right now price is ranging for almost 2 days. So I'm gonna draw this level, which is another internal level of structure. So if price is gonna do, let's say, something like this, so what I'm gonna do, once price is gonna confirm break of this structure, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set another buy limit on this structure. This stop loss is gonna go on break even. I'm gonna set a stop loss under this low, and I'm gonna target again swing high. And this is all because I understand the bigger picture, because I know this is my swing low, I know this is my swing high, I know that we are bullish overall, so I'm not gonna be stuck here like this, looking at the chart, especially when I'm working 9 to 5. I want to swing trade, so I'm gonna be looking at it like this. Once I get confirmation like this, let's say one candle, second candle, boom. I'm placing my buy limit, stop loss under, TP swing high, and market is either gonna reach it or no. It doesn't matter. I'm just, once the break is confirmed, I'm placing my buy limit and we can go higher. So that's my full strategy. That's a strategy you can use. That's a strategy I used whilst working a 9 to 5. So that's the first step. Let's go into the step number 2. So boys, as I said, this is the first step. You need to have strategy. Swing trading, in my opinion, is the best. And I just show you my exact strategy, what I did use. So the second step, you need to have a funded trading blueprint. You need to know how to trade these funded accounts, because it's not only about the strategy, it's also how you trade these funded accounts, how you approach them. And yeah, let's go into it. So this is the phase 1. This is how you're gonna be trading the phase 1. This is how I did it. This is how I made all my money, how I passed all these funded accounts. So the goal for this stage is to pass this challenge, this stage, as soon as possible, right? Because you don't want to be spending too much time in this phase, because it's a demo account. It's a demo account. You don't have to be spending too much time in this phase. There is no reason for it. What I used to do in the past, I used to buy these 100k, 200k challenges, and I used to spend 4, 5, 6 months in that fucking challenge trying to save that capital, trying to save that money. It's bullshit. Just don't do it. Risk 2% per trade or more. This depends on your skill level. If you are a beginner, risk like 1.5, but like if you are advanced trader or like intermediate trader, risk 2%. If you believe in your skills, risk more. For me, I risk like 2 to 3% per single position, single trade. So yeah, and you can get this passed in 1 week if you know what you are doing, easy. So trade selection, it will be A and B class setups. You don't want to take like C class setups at all. Just don't take them. The best way to trade it is that like buy that account and wait for A class setup, risk 2% to have a buffer, and you're gonna be good. You want to take like 3-4 setups a week. If there is no setup, don't take it. I'm just saying 3-4 setups a week. It's like optimal for this strategy, but only aim for A and B class setups. That's it. And your mindset got to be, as I said, you don't want to spend that much time in these challenges. Your mindset got to be like, hey, I just took $200 or $500 of my savings, I invested into account, and I'm just trading this money. Right? I'm not trading 50,000, I'm not trading 100k. If you are going to be thinking that, hey, I'm trading 50k or I'm trading 100k, you are gonna be scared to place a trade. This has to be your mindset, your approach for phase 1. So phase number 2, how are you going to be approaching phase number 2? You need to slow down, right? You can't be overconfident, especially if you're going to pass it fast. You need to slow down because you only need 5% to pass it to become funded, right? So what you want to do, you want to lower your risk. You want to lower your risk to 1 or 1.5 per one position, one trade. I personally risk 1.5. You can risk 1 as well. This depends on your skill level, but 1.5 is like a sweet spot, I think. So let's say you got 10% drawdown, so 1.5 it's for 7 trades. It's enough buffer, so you're good. Trade selection, you want to aim mostly for A class setups, potentially B plus class setups. But for example, like in here, I would take B minus. Why not? In here, I would just take like B plus, right? The grade of the setup is basically the more confluences you got, the higher the grade of the setup, right? And you want to be more selective. You want to look for 2 to 3 setups a week max. Like 2 is the sweet spot. If you take 2 setups, you win both, you risk 1.5 per trade, you're good, and you pass this challenge, this phase in a week as well. And yeah, your mindset has to be, you need to slow down. You need to basically slow down. You don't want to rush this phase, because what happened to me a few times as well, that I was overconfident from phase 1 because I passed it in a few days or a few weeks, and I was like, cool, let me get funded as soon as possible. So I went on verification and I took like 2 to 3 losses for absolutely no reason, and I was in drawdown 4 or 5%. So just slow down. You can take a break, 1 or 2 days. Why not? Reset your mind. You are so close from being funded. So no need to rush it. Just pick your setups, be selective, risk 1.5 per trade, and you can pass this challenge as well in 1-2 weeks. And now boys, the funded stage, the funded account. Goal for this stage, it's not that, hey, right now I'm funded, I'm gonna make all this money. No. Goal for this stage is to protect your capital as much as possible and get payouts. Your risk is gonna go down. Again, you're gonna risk 1% per trade max. You can even risk 0.5%. Me personally, I risk 1%, but you can risk 0.5, 0.75, 1. I found that 1% is a sweet spot. You can risk less, but I wouldn't go more than 1%, that's for sure. Trade selection. You want to take only A-class setups, that's it. Only A-class setups, no B setups, just hey, if you're gonna be all time frames in sync, if you're gonna have the key level, if you're gonna have everything lined up, you're gonna place a trade on the funded account. 1 to 2 setups weekly, you can even focus on 1. You only need 1 to make money, that's it, right? So your mindset needs to be, you still need to keep in mind, you are trading $250 investment or $500 investment, right? Because what happened to me as well, I put the pressure on myself like, fuck, right now I'm trading 100K account and I can make all this money, I can make my monthly salary in a 1 day, in 1 hour. And I got scared. I got scared, and if you are scared, you're gonna make mistakes. So you still need to keep in mind, even though you can make all this money right now in the world, doesn't matter. You are trading $500 investment, so keep this in mind. And your goal it's got to be, you need to secure that first payout. Even if it's 0.5%, even if it's 1%, even if it's 2%, secure that first payout. Get that account, wait even 1 week, 2 weeks, doesn't matter, for a A++ setup, risk 1%, secure from that 100K, let's say you're gonna make 2R, 100K, 2%, after the profit split is gonna be 1.6K. You just made 1.6K. It's a monthly salary for someone, right? And you just waited 1 week for it. It's worth it, bro, it's worth it. That's how you should be approaching your funded account. Keep in mind, no rush, nothing, protect your capital, get payouts, be selective, be ultra patient with it. And yeah, you can be securing like 2 payouts a month. That's what I did and that's what I'm doing. I'm literally waiting even 10 days because you know, you got a payout frequency like every 2 weeks for the most prop firms. So I even wait like 11 days. Then I place a trade, I make 2 to 3% and I get a payout. Guess what? In 3 days, the account will reset. I can get another payout. That's the power of having a big funded account. This should be your aim, and this is how you should approach your funded account. This is how you should approach phase 1, phase 2. So now boys, we got strategy, we got funded trading blueprint, we know exact approach, how to trade those accounts. And now, I would say probably the most important part, most traders, every trader struggle with psychology, right? And what I found, especially in my situation, it was, I hated that job like so bad that I was trying to change that current situation. I was trying to escape that job with trading, thanks to trading. And as you know, it's not the right approach because you're gonna make so many mistakes, right? Your mindset is probably, I hate this fucking job, I want to escape. You are comparing yourself to online people. You open your Instagram, you see all these people like making millions, driving Lambos. Even though it might be fake, it still fucks up with your psychology. You want the freedom lifestyle fast because that's your goal. You want that money now, you want that money fast. And this mindset leads to overtrading, you blowing challenges, challenge after challenge, boredom or frustration trading, and taking low probability setups. So Overtrading. Overtrading is the biggest mistake because you are trying to change your current situation. So you are trying to find some setups in the market that can potentially help you and change your current situation. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. In markets, if you are looking for something, you're gonna find it, but the setup is gonna be super low probability. You need to follow your trading plan when it comes to this, because if you are gonna be trying to change your current situation, you are gonna make so many mistakes and you're gonna lose money and you're gonna be stuck in the same cycle over and over and over again, right? The cycle can be, hey, I hate this fucking job. I just saw someone 20 years old making millions from trading. Let me do the same. Let me change my current situation. Let me open TradingView and let me find some bullshit trade and let me make money. That's your mindset behind the trade. What you think is gonna happen? 99% of the time you're gonna lose money. That's just how it is. So you need, boys, to eliminate these mistakes. And you need to stop thinking in this mindset that you hate your job and that you're trying to change and escape your current situation. Okay, you are trying to change it, I get it, but your mindset should be this. Okay, right now I'm working this job. I'm gonna use all the money I'm making in this job to fund my trading and to become consistently profitable. That's why I'm working this job, right? I'm not trying to rush it. I'm not trying to escape it. I'm trying to become consistently profitable and to achieve my dreams, to live the freedom lifestyle, whatever, to move to Bangkok, to move to Bali. This should be your mindset, and this is super, super important because 99% of all traders is stuck in this same cycle of trying to escape their current situation. All right, boys, this is the full formula how to get funded in 2026 with a 9-to-5 job, full-time strategy, funded trading blueprint, and psychology.